Welcome back to the MVP's Lounge. I am your host, The King, and today I am joined with Frank White, Soul Brother. Y'all say hello to the people.
Here. Tap in, twin.
Yeah, Soul ain't tapped inside.
All right, appreciate that, Soul.
Yeah. Do your thing. I don't know what to say. I'm not tapped in at all.
That's hilarious. Man went back in the shell like a turtle. That's crazy.
I was nervous.
So, hey, look, we talking about the United States title picture on SmackDown currently. It's in poor shape, and Frank is about to cut a scathing promo on these niggas. Frank, let them know what's going on.
Scathing promo seems a bit much, but I am going to get into what I think the issues are of the U.S. title picture. What WWE has as a whole is the whole mid-card scene for the men and the women is it seems to lack direction. And this title in particular seems to probably lack the least amount of direction, which is the men's U.S. title. Because for starters, the title was put on. Let's go back a bit. The title was put on Logan Paul. Then he was beaten by LA Knight. But Logan Paul had the title, wasn't on TV for a good majority of the time he had the fucking title. Then he loses it at SummerSlam to LA Knight. While it was a great match, great moment for LA Knight, it seems they had little to no direction for him. He has the title, a very underwhelming run. He drops it to Shinsuke Nakamura of all people. Why? There was no explanation. There was no build-up. Shinsuke hadn't been on TV seemingly for ages. And then he just comes out of nowhere, gets into a brief feud with LA Knight, and then wins the title. And then does nothing with it. Does nothing to make the title important. Has no feuds that of note. And then drops it right back to LA Knight. That title is losing steam. It's lost any little steam that it might have had from the match from SummerSlam last year, which was in August. It's almost April in time for fucking WrestleMania again. So the biggest thing they need right now is, okay, let's get some story behind this US title, and let's get some people to matter that can actually stand against LA Knight to even make it worthwhile, the story that is. So a couple of contenders, people I personally thought stood out even more so than the title did in the mid-card was, of course, Andrade and Carmelo. They built them up by having them have the silly 7-match series thing again. While it was entertaining and those matches were good, I hate that they revert back to that so much, because it was like, okay, Sheamus and Cesaro and a gang of other people seemingly have done the same thing. It's like, okay, tried and true, been there, done that. But even still, when you build them up, you still don't have either one of them win the title. It makes zero sense. There has to be some cohesiveness within this level being the mid card. And it's just like, if you hope to elevate anybody from the mid card to make them matter eventually to be main eventers, then you have to start booking them correctly. And you have to start making championships matter, all of them, but namely the US title, what we're talking about now. You do that by having good matches, booking properly, which again has yet to be done. And then once the people are eventually elevated, they get moved to the main event while the title still matters to the person they passed it to. So how I personally would like to see this move forward is, I personally think Melo is a superstar, and he definitely could use that title, and that title could use him. So in order to find a way to make that matter, they got to keep building up Melo, which I see them kind of doing sort of, but I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but it seems as though they're kind of hesitant on pulling, like really getting behind him fully as far as pushing him. I don't know why. I mean, the dude seems to be a star to me, but for whatever reason, it's just like they're moving really slowly on this. And I need them to crank that shit up to 11. I'm trying to see dude go places. And for that title to matter on that brand, to boost the brand overall, because God Almighty, does SmackDown need it. Put the belt on them. And there's other worthy candidates too. Like I mentioned, Carmelo, Andrade, also somebody that's really good. He could, that title, I think the title, unlike him and Melo, I think that title would help him a little more than he could actually help the title, but I think he would be great with it. I think the biggest issue with him though is he's at his best, I believe, when he's healed. So that's something they need to work on anyway. He needs a heel, and he needs to be healed, and he needs a mouthpiece. He needs someone to speak on his behalf. He was in his Duffy when he was back in NXT and had Zelina Vega with him. I don't know. She ain't doing nothing. Shit, put her with him. It worked the first time. Other people, hell, what is Tama Tonga doing? Put him in it. He ain't doing nothing but being a sidekick to Jacob right now. Okay, if you want to boost, again, somebody you want to boost up importance to, or make it seem like they're more of a threat, have him win the U.S. title. Have him defeat LA Knight. Okay, this is someone who's, LA Knight is someone who's upper mid card, who's dabbled in being in the main event before. He's had some, although it was Elimination Chamber, he's been in some main event type of situations. So if you want to make him feel important, Tongaloa that is, give him a chance to show his importance by getting into a program with LA Knight and then winning that bitch. And in that situation, he has enough charisma to where he doesn't have to do a bunch of talk. He can let his actions speak louder than words. Have him keep sneak attacking LA Knight. Let him know he coming for that belt. And then when they have that match, yeah, let me get that up off you. New champion. Boost to the title, boost to Tongaloa. And then, like so many people want, I don't get it, but apparently a lot of people do. Then I feel like you can move LA Knight into the main event scene on SmackDown, which, to be honest, they need it too. Because God knows Cody has been facing the same people since last year. It's another story, another video. I'll get into that later on. The women's U.S. title, I think with that's doing fine. Honestly, I don't really have much bad to say about it just because the champion has been great thus far. And pretty much since its inception has had good booking. She's made it feel important. And like somehow, somewhat, well, I know why, because Chelsea's just that fucking good. Like Chelsea is to me the epitome of what makes a wrestler actually good. She can actually wrestle and she can talk. She knows how to get attention on herself. She knows how to get attention on that belt. She knows how to make her and her title feel important. Now she's got this, seemingly got a stable now with the cabinet, or I don't know what she's calling it, but I like it. It's dope. Now, getting contenders for the title, that seems to be the issue, because while the champion is good and the title reign has been decent, she's needing to desperately to find some more opponents. Because her having 22 matches in a row with Mia Yim, while I like Mia Yim, all right, we got to move on at some point. We have got to move on. Like they female versions in the mid card of fucking Cena and Orton at this point, because this shit has happened way too much. Like, we have got to move on. So I don't know who, but they have to find somebody. I mean, I don't know if this is a thing or if it will be a thing. I kind of feel like maybe they took the title off of Julia because they want to move her up soon. I don't know. Maybe she could be the one that comes up to the main roster and, you know, challenges her for that title. But they got to find somebody, because right now the pickings are slim and it's not a lot of people that I could really see facing her at the moment. That got a lot to do with the booking as well, especially when it comes to faces and the generic ass booking that WWE seems that they can't get away from, whether it's Vince or Paul in charge with that weak ass booking of faces. But anyway, I don't know,
You
y'all.
know what? I'll hit you. I'll hit you with a follow up question here. Would you like? Because right now, as it looks, for some reason, the U.S. title picture for the women is very like, as you said, slim pickings. We've seen Zelina, we've only seen Mia Yim, and we've seen like B-Fab, and that's it. Would you be fine with them taking some of the NXT women? I know they're not. Some of them aren't 100% ready. But would you be fine with taking just a couple of them and putting them on SmackDown just so that they get that exposure? And I know AEW normally lets everybody work on the fly kind of thing. That's how they kind of train. They work on the fly and just be on the shows. Would you be okay with taking some of them over there to SmackDown to work on the fly?
Like I said, Julia is an option considering she just lost her title. I'm pretty sure at this point Roxanne needs to move up, and I don't know. You know what? I can admit this. I wasn't sold on Roxanne because I just didn't find her believable, and a lot of it had to do with her diminutive size. I just wasn't able to take her seriously. I still kind of don't, but she's really fucking good too. So it's just like I could see her possibly going up and challenging for it and making it believable. And she's shown she can be a really good, solid champion on NXT. So I wouldn't be mad at that. She's ready to move up. She should be moving up soon.
You see, Roxanne though, just for this one, Roxanne will be on Raw. I'm pretty sure she's gonna do the whole Bailey thing, and I feel like she's gonna take the belt up off of Lyra. But we'll save that for the IC picture. For the US, it's kind of, again,
I know they got that whole thing on with Bailey, but man, they need her. They need women on SmackDown bad, like bad.
They could.
And
I mean,
that ain't even just main card. That's the main card too. Like, I mean, Jade possibly, but Jade wasn't brought there to be a U.S. champion either. Let's be all the way real with that. Now, if they want to still slow build, because maybe they still feel she's not ready yet in the ring, I could see them possibly having her beat Chelsea and take the belt off of her and get her a mid-card singles run before they move her up to the main event scene. But at the same time, you look at it like this: Charlotte is definitely about to beat what's her name, Tiffany Watson Stratton, whatever. She definitely about to squat her junior, basically. Ric Flair Jr. definitely about to be Ric Flair the third. So once that does happen, you know for sure Paul, he hinted at that literally her first day there. Paul wants Charlotte versus Jade. And we're going to get that match whether we like it or not. So in order for that to happen, it's just like, I mean, in how Jade has been presented, who she's been around, she's definitely going to stay around that main event scene. I don't know if she will ever be mid card. Now, of course, when you get a stable, of course, they eventually going to work some type of angle where Piper Niven is going to be an opponent to Chelsea at some point. Don't know when, don't know how, but it's definitely happened. And Piper can go. She had that great match with Bailey back at was that Backlash?
I think it was Backlash. They're in a different country. I think it was Backlash.
Yeah, when it was in a different country, she had a great match with Bailey. So that, you know, that could be that shows you right there she can go in the ring. So eventually that's gonna come crumbling down and they're going to have a match with one another. I don't know if she will still be champion by that point. I think that would be a dope way to, if you want to build Piper up and make her a contender, that's a dope storyline to get into. But after that, again, very slim pickings. If you was talking about NXT girls, that none of them are really ready per se, because it's just like, as far as being able to talk and wrestle, there's like one of them, and that's Roxanne. And Lash, but I think they want Lash on Raw. I think Lash looks better on SmackDown. I don't know. It seems like the lighting is different, and she looks better on SmackDown. I mean, she looks great regardless, but I think she looks better on SmackDown, and I think she can be real dominant. Like, I feel like they need another. they need another like powerhouse, and Lash is like Bianca except bigger. I think they should put her on SmackDown. She can be a mid card champion. I would actually like to see that feud, Chelsea and Lash, and see the thing with them two going back and forth. Lash got back up with Jakar Jackson, so they could
That's true.
potentially go in that
That'll
direction.
work.
They could definitely go in that direction. So hopefully they get this shit together, get it cleaned up, because it's like if WrestleMania gonna be WrestleMania 2 days. So you got 2 days of matches to fill up, which means I know every title not gonna be on the card, but I look at who's the champion at the time, and if that champion is gonna be on the card, I find it hard to believe that Chelsea ain't gonna be on that card. And I could be totally wrong. But I don't know. I just think she's gonna end up on the card, and if she is, the only thing stopping her would be who the hell would she face? So they definitely got some great. Yeah, we definitely got some we definitely got some shit to figure out as far as like the mid card scene for the U.S. title, men's and women's. Because this shit ain't what they doing now. As far as the men, definitely ain't it. The women, while the champion is good, they got to get more contenders. With the men, it's just they need another champion and more contenders. I'm sorry, people. I know a lot of y'all like LA Knight. I don't really care for the guy. Like, he's okay. I don't know. Like, I just look at him and he just a rip off of a bunch of Attitude Era wrestlers rolled into one. I'm not sold on him. He's a great talker. Yeah, for now. That's because everybody else sucked on him. Outside of what, CM Punk and John, basically nobody from this era. Like, who can really, really talk like that? That's like not from a bygone era. Like Tribal Chief Roman and who? Can't say Cody. Cody cuts the same fucking promo every single time he touches a mic. He might as well be a rapper or a music artist performing at a concert, because he is just the same songs over and over again. How many times you gonna come out here and rap and hot in here, Nelly? Like, it's over with. You got to get some new material, brother. I'm not going.
Yeah. Not wrong at all. They next time we will see Chelsea will be next week on NXT, where she will be facing Sol Ruka for the U.S. title. So we'll see where her current trajectory will go from here.
Ruka's that white girl they keep saying is mixed. All
right. She is. There's black in there somewhere.
Allegedly.
But y'all let us know how you feel about the U.S. title picture. Be sure to let us know down in the comment section below. And we will see you next time in the MVP's Lounge. Peace.
Peace.
On USA, characters welcome.
You must be sleeping under a rock or something.